All right, third grade. So after a few days of going over two-step problem solving questions, we are finally ready to do our last lesson of chapter 7, 7.11, order of operations. Now, it's very important that you guys understood how to do two-step problem equations because you need that for order of operations. You need to understand that it's in the order that you answer questions is very important. So let's look at investigate. You can use what you know about acting out a two-step problem to write one equation to describe and solve a two-step problem. So, if you solved a two-step problem in a different order, what do you think might happen? So, let's look back to these questions that you guys did yesterday that we went over in the other video. What if over here, instead of adding 31 plus 5 and then getting 36 and dividing 36 by 4, what if I did it backwards? What if I did this in a completely different order? I'm sure some of you did that in like the first few days that we did this lesson, and you would not get the right answer. You were probably really confused because you're like, I don't know, I see all these numbers, what am I supposed to do? How do I know what number comes first? It was probably very confusing. So, to answer this question, what do you think might happen? The answer is you won't get the same answer if you don't do it in the right order. So if you do it in a different order, you will not get the same answer. So now the next section asks us to find different ways to make this equation. Let's think of different ways that we can order this. So 4 plus 16 divided by 2 is one way. We could do 16 plus 4 divided by 2. We can do 16 divided by 2 plus 4. So these are the only ways that you can change around this problem. Now, it's asking us to use the order that we found and find the answer. So let's use this first one. 16 plus 4 divided by 2. First, we're gonna go in order, right? So 16 plus 4 equals what? 20. And we're going to divide that by 2. 20 divided by 2 equals 10. So that's our answer for this first one right here. Now let's look at the second one. 16 divided by 2 plus 4. 16 divided by 2 equals 8 plus 4 equals, 8 plus 4 is 12. You see, we had the same numbers, but did we get the same answer? No, we did not get the same answer. It's not equal. So this is to show you that the order that you answer the questions really matter. So let's look down here to draw conclusions. Did following different orders change the answer? Yes, it 100% did change the answer when we change the order of the numbers when we're using different orders of operation. If a problem has more than one type of operation, how does the order in which you perform the operations affect the answer? So basically, it's what we've been saying. If you use different order, you will not get the same answer. All right, and that brings me to this little trick that I want to teach you guys. Now, this right here is going to be very important when learning order of operations. I want you guys to memorize this acronym right here. MDAS, or yeah, that's basically the best way to remember it. MDAS, M-D-A-S. Basically, that stands for multiply, divide, add, subtract. This is the order that you need to follow to get the correct answer. Okay? Now, I want you guys to memorize this, okay? Look at this, memorize it. It's going to be your best friend. It's going to help you oh so much, okay? Whenever you see a problem such as this one that has a bunch of different order of operations, you have adding, subtracting, dividing, whatever it is you have, follow this order and you will get the correct answer every time. So if I had a problem that had multiplying, dividing, and subtracting, but it was in a different order, I have to follow this sequence and I will get the correct answer. So let me show you using an example. What if I had 9 minus 4 plus 3? I have to follow my order of operations, right? So according to my order of operations, what am I supposed to do first? Multiply. Do I see anything for me to multiply? Nope. So I move on to my next letter, D. Divide. Do I see anything to divide? Nope. So I move on to my next one. Add. A stands for add. Do I see anything to add? Yes, I do. I'm adding 4 plus 3. So I'm going to do 4 plus 3 first. What is 4 plus 3? 7. Now I'm going to bring over what I have left over, which is the last step, subtract. 9 minus 7 equals 2. That would be the correct answer to 9 minus 4 plus 3. The order that you answer this question matters. If you follow this order, you will get the correct answer every single time. So the little trick that I just mentioned is explained over here in the back. When solving problems with more than one type of operation, you need to know which operation to do first. A special set of rules called the order of operation gives the order in which calculations are done in a problem. First, multiply and divide from left to right. Then, add and subtract from left to right. That's exactly what I have here on this paper. Multiply and divide from left to right. Then, add and subtract from left to right. So let's look at this example question right over here. Megan buys 2 books for $4 each. She pays with a $10 bill. How much money does she have left? So we have to order this using the order of operations. We write $10 first because $10 is how much she is paying with. And she bought 2 books, so we're subtracting 10 minus 2. $10 bill paying for 2 books. But the books cost $4 each. So 2 books times $4, the answer is C. We're trying to find out what the answer is. We have to use the order of operations. So first, we are going to do multiply. First, we're going to multiply. So, as you can see here, they did that. The first step is multiply 2 times 4, which equals 8. Then we bring down what we have left over, which is 10 minus 8. That's step 2. Subtract from left to right. 10 minus 8 equals 2. So how much money does Megan have left over after she bought her books? She has $2 left over. Does this answer make sense? I hope it does make sense, because if we had done this in a different way, we wouldn't have gotten the same answer. Let's see, just for fun, let's see if we had done it a different way. Let's bring it up here. 10 minus 2, $10 minus 2 times $4. If we did it in the order that's presented here, we would do 10 minus 2, which equals 8 times 4. $8 times $4 would be $24. Is it possible for her to have $24 left over even though she paid with a $10 bill? Absolutely not. So you see, the order really matters. You have to use the order of operations to get the correct answer. So I hope you write yes here and that you explain why it makes sense, because if you do it in a different way, you're not going to get the right answer. And it's an answer that doesn't even make sense. We get 24 if we follow this order. There's no way that she could have $24 left over. She paid with a $10 bill. All right, so we are going to do these 6 share and show questions together, and your assignment will be to do on your own in OneNote. So let's look here. The directions say, write correct if the operations are listed in the correct order. If not correct, write the correct order of operations. So basically, we're going to see if this is in the correct order. As you can see here, it's saying that first we need to multiply, then we need to add. And we're going to write here if that's right or not. If it is right, we're going to write correct. If it is not right to do it in this order, then we have to put it in the order that it's supposed to be in. We can use this little guy right here as our guide. Okay, so number 1, it's telling us that first we need to multiply, then we need to add. So we would do this and then add 4 to whatever that is. Is that the correct order? Let's look here. Multiply, divide, add. So it looks like that's the right order. So yes, it is correct. Very good. Now let's look at number 2. It's telling us that first we need to multiply, then we're going to divide. Multiply, then divide. Let's check with our order of operations. Multiply, divide. Yes, that is the correct order. All right, number 3. It's telling us to first add, then to divide. Let's look here at our order of operations. Add, then divide? Nope. First we're supposed to divide, then we add. So this is not correct. So we're going to write it in the correct order. First we divide, then add. Very good. Number 4, it's telling us to add, then multiply. Let's look at our order of operations. Add, then multiply. Multiply is the first one. So that is not correct. So let's change it to multiply, then add. Excellent. Last 2 questions. It tells us to divide, then add. Let's see. Divide, then add. Yep, that's correct. And lastly, it tells us to multiply, then subtract. Let's see, multiply, first one. So yep, that is the correct order. You see, not that bad. As long as you guys follow this, you should be fine. You are going to be doing on your own number 7 through 15. All you need to do is follow the order of operations to find the answer. Follow this order. So you see here you have division and subtraction. What are you supposed to do first? Are you supposed to subtract first, or are you supposed to divide first? Think about what it is you need to do first, then do the other one with the answer that you have, and write your final answer right here. This right here will be posted in OneNote under math lessons, so you can use it to help you. All right, write it down somewhere on your paper so you don't forget it as well. I'm telling you, memorize this. It will help you so much. All right, go ahead and work on your own numbers 7 through 15.